So starting the test drive in this Mulsanne Speed, I have it in sport mode now. I just can't wait to just wake this thing up. It's pretty peppy as it is, but it's still just floating down the road, and the brakes, they're not squishy, but they're just so plush so that you can have that perfect stopping feel for however you're chauffeuring around, whether that's a back passenger or yourself. Because these are one of those things you don't really drive, you just, it's something different. I don't even know how to describe it. But it's not like driving a regular car down the road. This thing is just, it's a Mulsanne, that's the best way to put it. It's a Bentley, but it's the cream of the crop. I mean, 385 grand sticker for this thing. And I'm sure you could get it a little bit higher, but this had quite a bit on it in terms of options. But the crazy thing is with the suspension, even on these 21-inch wheels, this thing eats bumps for breakfast. It's like it's nothing. It doesn't even feel right. It feels like something's broken, like your suspension is out or something, but that's just how good this suspension is. It does not want to tear you up on these bumps. Now the vehicle itself is probably taking something, but it's making sure that you aren't, and that's just something that 385 grand gets you. That's a Bentley Mulsanne, a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a Cullinan, that's what you get. And even under higher RPMs, it's still not overly loud. But I think I'm gonna have some luck and no one's gonna be behind me. So I'm gonna give it something with the paddle shifters, and we're in sport mode again. All right, here's our foot to the floor. Wow, gosh. Oh man, gosh. That was beautiful. That's like a work of art. I don't even realize how fast I'm going just because this thing is so smooth. Oh my gosh. That was incredible. Best way to describe it. I have the cruise control on now. We're gonna set that. See if we can adjust this gap back. Now what's nuts is this goes from being a freaking speed demon to just floating down the road. I'm doing 75. This is the most plush ride I've ever felt on this stretch of interstate. Maybe it's at least top 3 ever for me. The ride is impeccable, absolutely just ridiculous. It doesn't even make any sense how smooth this is going down the road. And I've driven on other Bentleys. I've driven a lot of cars, and this is, wow. Just, I couldn't even, one of the vents behind me on the left side is not right. I don't know if it's like halfway open or whatever, where I was fooling with it, but that's literally the only thing I can hear. Road noise, even with these 21-inch wheels, is nothing compared to any other vehicle I've been in. Just phenomenal ride quality, sound acoustics, everything. Now I did find out that it was a vent behind me that was closed, so that's why that whistle was there, but oh my gosh. Now it's just pretty much silent in here. This is such an impressive machine. I feel like it's slept on for what it is. It does have 31,000 miles, and you can see just a tad bit of wear on it, but nothing that can't be fixed for minimal money. I mean, it's still driving wise, ride quality wise, and the sound system wise, it's 10 out of 10. It's unbeatable, it really is. Now I will say I don't recall, I don't think I've ever driven a Rolls Royce. I haven't reviewed a Rolls Royce yet. So that's definitely on my list. But as of now, this is definitely, and I've driven quite a few Mercedes, S580, all of that, just, this is the best riding vehicle I've been in. And I know that now because I'm just hitting potholes like it's nothing. It's crazy. This ride it's beautiful. It really is a work of art, just from still having a pretty well driving car, even though The steering, of course, is not going to be stiff. I still feel like it drives very well. And in sport mode, you still feel like you could drive this thing. It does float a little in terms of just the feel from the steering wheel under hard acceleration, but honestly, that's just because I didn't want to, I guess, curve it too much. I probably could drive this more spiritedly, but you don't want to drive it like, it's a weird thing. Like, you have something that's so quick on its feet that you want to drive hard, but then as you get up in speed, you're like, oh yeah, I'm in a Bentley. So you don't want it to feel as sporty. It's a conflict that I've never felt before in a vehicle. It's so quick. It's so just beautiful. And the ride quality is so phenomenal. I don't know what to do with myself. Should I floor it? Should I come out of the stoplight, barely giving any throttle? Should I just pull over in a parking lot and look at it? Should I take a nap in the backseat? It's just one of those that you can do whatever you want to with it. And especially for more than half off at Auto Collection of Murfreesboro, I wouldn't feel bad buying one of these if I could afford it. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2020 Bentley Mulsanne Speed Premier.